Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Keem. They're trying to get to it. He'll pull it down. Powers through. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
He's got his man. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 30. stop. Offense getting set for first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle. It's Blunt. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. That last completion sets him up on second down. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, just keeps firing. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Third down coming up.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Oh, big juke to get past. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Back to throw, it's Keene. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season?
You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Ran through the contact. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, it's Keene. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here for them.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking at a second and short now. From the gun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Wide out in motion. He'll take it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Fourth down.
Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, going to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. It reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. There's so many different tools in his toolbox.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Not sexy at all, right? Just hand the ball to the running back. Can I pull it? Yeah, but I want to get that first down. Nice job understanding the situation of the game, going and getting the first down and getting a fresh set of downs.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. With the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're bringing heat. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. On the move at the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Quickly complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the give off the left side. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. At the 35, he's got rolled. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Keene. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd. third downs.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to get to it. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to take off. Snatches it on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down for this offense. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. Inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, LSU.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be third and short from their own 33. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's got his man. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Fair catch, called for and made. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Johnson wants to throw it. Floating away. He'll fire to his right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 6.
How about the kick six? What a return. And think about it. You go for the long field goal, do a good job of keeping somebody deep for the return. And here's the hard thing. All those offensive linemen try to protect for field goal. Now they got to go try to make a tackle. Too much speed. What an amazing return. What a big play.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmaker.
Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. The 30. At the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Colorado. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too, Nate. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Goes to the option. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
That's it fly. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off the play fake on first down. He wants to go deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They'll give it to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
These corners going to give them some space. Bulldozer goes ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Looking for a gap. It's Samuel. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Purple and Gold's got this running game going right now. You don't want to get overzealous here, but this is a type of talent that could do what Leonard Fournette almost did when he nearly got to 2,000 yards in the season.
And I love when commentators say, I don't want to get over myself and get overzealous and get too excited. He's having a day. Get excited. This dude's a beast.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is
a shot toward the end zone. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Quarterback checking off. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Handoff to the lone back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Using his legs, it's Samuel. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they are...
No game.
Challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense of making a play.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it on the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Buffs! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be brought down.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
He's tackled at the 41. Brings up third down.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. He finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He uncorks one deep. And he hauls it in at the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And how about the defense coming through in the clutch? You're up. You want to maintain that lead. You've given up a bunch of yardage. What do? You bow your neck, create the turnover, get the ball back to the offense. Offense, go do your job. We're going to win this football game.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Johnson wants to throw it. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Spits it out to the back. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Johnson looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, LSU!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that. But could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UTSA has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 31 to Temple. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball in the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the air on first down. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give out of the gun. Fights off a defender. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they grab the lead here in overtime. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Johnson looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
It's 3rd down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. They'll try to power their way ahead. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the 1st down?
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Tigers! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
No interest in another overtime. They'll go for 2 and the win. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a 2-point conversion. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. They're not going to mess around. They'll go for 2 and the win right here. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Colorado 42, LSU.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA